Candidate for New York City Mayor Curtis Sliwa. Curtis, thanks for being with us here again today. You've gone through 2 debates now. Do you sense any shift? I know from the beginning that you have rejected the polls. Do you shift in whatever you are measuring? Word on the street. Any shift after the debates?
Absolutely. Not only in the streets, but the one place I go where none of the other candidates venture, into the subways, where 6 million people are transiting from point to point and having conversations with me, and of course social networking. If you look at my YouTube, if you look at my TikTok and my Instagram, it's exploding because a lot of younger people, millennials or Gen Zers, that my generation had forsaken to be Zoronistas, are now looking at me totally differently and saying, wait a second, Curtis Sliwa talks our language. And Curtis Sliwa is more rational than the irrational, fantasy-driven Zohran Mamdani, who doesn't deal with reality. I'm closing the gap. New poll out today says I would do the best in a one-on-one versus Zohran Mamdani, not Cuomo. Now, you say to yourself, first time they ever had me going one-on-one against Zohran Mamdani. Why is that? Why have they never pitted me against Zohran Mamdani before? It's clear that if you go one-on-one, me versus Zohran, I have the best chance of beating him.
All right, let's go back to the subway. That's where you're doing, it sounds like, your personal focus group. You said the other night in the first debate you don't do a lot in the yellow cabs, and you had a story and a reason why. Here's what you said about taking a yellow cab.
When you need to get somewhere fast and you can't take the train, do you hail a taxi? Do you use rideshare? Mr. Sliwa, what do you do?
I try to avoid yellow cabs. As you know, I was shot in the back of a yellow cab in 1992 by the Gottis and Gambinos. But I'd find my way around. If I have to, I Uber if I can't get there by mass transit.
I didn't know that, Curtis. I didn't know you were shot by the Gambinos.
Oh, yeah, they're in the news now with gambling with the NBA. But really, John Gotti Sr. ordered John Gotti Jr. and the Gambino crime family to eliminate me. It got me in the back of the cab. It got me 5 hollow point bullets right through my lower extremities. I obviously survived, took a licking, came back ticking. But now, for the first time in my life, I have armed security with me and my wife because of threats made against both of us in the last days of this campaign that are extraordinarily contentious.
Right. You did mention your social media. Quickly, Curtis, I do want to play this. You are growing, as you mentioned, and I can attest to hearing that you are growing in terms of people talking about you on social media, talking about your social media. Watch.
The guy is funny.
This man is so unhinged and so funny.
Curtis Sliwa is like if a wacky uncle and Creed from The Office had a brother, it would be Curtis.
Even though he's kind of wacky, he's actually really got a cool story. He's a real community organizer and really seems to love New York City.
All right, so Curtis, that's evidence to exactly what you were describing earlier. But this can't be, and as I know you know this, Bill Ackman has suggested that you're continuing to run because of matching funds that is going into you. I think one could say, are you doing this to grow your YouTube? Are you doing this to grow your social media presence? You know, we got to understand, you know, you're really in this because you think you can win mayor of New York City.
Well, didn't everybody forsake the young vote to Zohran? Andrew Cuomo can't get anybody under 55. And Ackman has been wrong every step of the way. That guy is a billionaire jerk. He should stay in his lane, which is Wall Street. He knows nothing about the streets. It's not just social networking, it's micro-targeting. Now you got to get all of these people to get out to vote. Tomorrow, I vote on the first day of early voting. That should put a nail into the coffin for anybody who thinks I'm dropping out. And we've already got the lit out there. We're doing the emails, the text blasts, the micro-targeting, door-to-door knocking, which is so critical, door hangers, everything that goes into getting out your vote. Whoever gets out their vote will be the next mayor. Now, Andrew Cuomo has been off the campaign trail, according to the New York Post, for 10 days. You can't win an election if all you do is moan and groan that Curtis Sliwa should drop out and then tell your followers Well, I can't win if Curtis Sliwa doesn't drop out. He's already waving the white flag while we're charging. We've got energy, we've got momentum, and we got a lot of young people coming on board who never realized what Republican values of law and order, quality of life are. I'm the new Rudy Giuliani for a new generation, and they're loving every second of it.
All right, Curtis Sliwa. Early voting starts tomorrow. Thanks for your time, Curtis.
Pleasure.
All right, coming up, former Obama